Yeah, speaking of a framework, I think one of the most exciting things about Rappahannock is that you're not just thinking about analytics as something that you do to improve operations, which obviously is something that we all like to use data and analytics for. But REC actually, you've used this as a differentiator and really a way to innovate, sort of really looking ahead, in 200 years as renewables and distributed energy becomes more of a thing. Obviously, utilities have to change the way that they think about their business model. And I think this is a really interesting approach that you guys are taking. So tell us a little bit more about that and Brillit, and maybe just give us some more context around that.
Yeah. So again, we recognized that what we were trying to do from a cooperative standpoint in data and analytics was really unique. We had really our executive team shined a light on it and realized, hey, we have something that's very different at REC, and we need to embrace it. So there was a couple different things that we honed in on and changed, and really again to kind of frame up the discussion. There's about 900 electric cooperatives nationwide. Um, if you were to measure how many of those usually have a business intelligence analyst, or let's just say one or two individuals that are proficient in using Tableau or Power BI or any other business intelligence tool, you might find one individual at a third of those cooperatives. It's very resource restricted. Again, I can't stress that enough. So that's one of the things that was unique to us, is that we had a culture where we have a few citizen data analysts, and we're able to promote that, and we're able to grow it. Um, and our leadership recognized, okay, we're doing a lot with one or two people. What if we expand it more, and what if we let this grow? So there are a couple different components. Brillit came to be because we recognized that, one, we wanted to make sure that we had excellence, not just at all of what REC did, but on the IT side as well. So we created a subsidiary called Brillit, which stands for Brilliant IT, a subsidiary of REC, where we could really build out the IT function, the cybersecurity function, and the data and analytics function, and find a way to do so without maybe having as strict of a headcount restriction on the REC side, and truly have the resources necessary to support all of the infrastructure and IT and analytic needs of REC. But then what Brillit gave us in doing that, not only the ability to expand and support REC, but to find ways, because Brillit is a wholly owned subsidiary and can operate for profit, we can now take some of the things that have worked really well for analytics at a cooperative, which is unique to us, and is something that a lot of other cooperatives are seeking the answers for and haven't necessarily found what works. We basically said, hey, it's working here. What if we could share that with our other cooperatives? And that's one of the cooperative principles, is sharing and supporting other cooperatives. Now, of course, there's a difference between I give you a couple hours of my time versus 40 hours a week. So we do have to have, a certain type of financial component to it. But it's really about, not only supporting our members, but supporting members of the entire cooperative network. So that Brilliant gave us that opportunity to help fulfill that. And that being one of the missions that our department has, is how can we help support our cooperative peers, and again, getting the most value out of their data assets for their employees and their membership.